Hey guys, my name is Aiden. I've been climbing for 11 months, and today I'm at Movement Callowhill in Philadelphia. I will be reviewing their training tools and the route setting, so stay tuned. On the first floor, they have a moon board and a tension board. In their fitness area, they have a good selection of dumbbells, benches, and cardio machines. They also have barbells, racks, campus boards, and hang boards. On this floor, there's also a decently sized area for rope climbing. There's also a small section for auto belays. Upstairs, they have a ping pong table and a large bouldering area. They also have a system board with a mirrored layout. Now, I'll hop into the bouldering. I start with this orange V0. The number of holes on this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I move on to this blue V1. The second half of the climb has some bigger moves, and I like the sequence. I get a little inside flag for the match. I move on to this green V2. I thought I would be able to smear against the wall or walk my feet to the right, but something fell off. I just jump for the next hold and swing my feet over. If cutting feet and swinging over is the intended beta, that's pretty crazy for a V2. I move on to this black V3. The holds are super slopey. Here, I get a really high left foot. Then, I shift weight onto it and get my right foot up. I move on to this red V4. It starts with a campus section. Then, there's this little paddle. Luckily, the last hold is good enough to stop on. The next crimp feels really far, but I'm able to lock off a Gaston to reach it. I switch my right hand to a mantle to get my foot up. I try to cross over with my left hand, but the hold feels useless from that position. Instead, I bump my right hand. I shift my weight over and then move my left hand. Then, I'm able to bump my right hand for the finish. This V4 wasn't super hard, but had a lot of cool moves. A campus paddle, a Gaston lock-off, a mantle, and an important sequence on the crimps. I move on to this orange V5. It starts on 2 jugs, but the left one is blocked off. Then, there are 2 slopers. The volume has tiny slopey holds to pinch, and the last 2 holds are slopers. I try to swap hands, but it's blocked really well. I get my left foot up to take weight off my left hand, but it still doesn't work. I cross into the volume, but it doesn't feel useful. I try to swap hands and press into the volume with my left, but it doesn't work. This time, I toe hook the right starting hold. I cross over with my right hand and grab the first sloper. I match on it and barely control the swing. I pinch the volume, but it doesn't feel great. I grab the next volume, but it's even worse, and I feel super stretched out. This time, I struggle to control the swing on the first sloper. I decide to try different beta. I get my left hand on the volume and get my right foot and left knee up. Then, I'm able to match on the sloper without having to control the swing. Instead of using the volume, I get a really high right foot. Then, I stand up and match on the last hold. It was a really fun climb, and I'm proud of the beta that I came up with. I move on to this blue V6. It starts on a pinch and a sloper. Then, you go up to these juggy side pulls. There's a slopey rail, and then you finish on a slopey pinch. I start by jumping into a heel hook. I grab the side pull, but then my heel pops. This time, the heel sticks. I mantle on my left hand to get my foot up. I get a high rate heel hook and try using the back of my heel, but it slides down. I use the bottom of my heel and I'm able to rock over it. Then, I'm able to get the match. The climb felt really soft, and I'm sad that I didn't flash it. I thought the starting heel hook and the ending heel hook were both interesting. I move on to this yellow V6. It starts on a jug. Then, you traverse left on some pinches. You go up and start traversing right on more pinches. There's also this weird square hold that has flat edges on the left, right, and bottom. You finish on a jug. The first half is relatively easy with an obvious sequence. The footholds are slopey though. I grab the pinch with my right hand, but I really want to grab it with my left hand. I try to find a left foot position to move my left hand over, but it doesn't work. I commit to grabbing the square with my right hand. I cross over with my left, but I can't balance. I don't want to spend too much time on that one move, so I try this black V6. It starts with a dyno. Then, you have to get over to the left and match on the last hold. I try to paddle on the first hold, but it feels too slopey to be useful. I go directly to the next hold and touch it with my left hand. This time, I'm able to land the dyno and control the swing. The last hold is super slopey, so I thought I would have to get my right foot up and basically do a no hands match. I wonder if I misread it and the left side has a good edge, because then I could make a dynamic move to it. want to try again, but I get stuck on the first move. Then, my feet slip a few times. I feel like I'm tired and regressing, so I decide to climb as many V4s as I can. I start with this white one. It has no feet for the first half, so you have to smear against the wall. I move on to this yellow V4 slab. I have no idea how you're supposed to get to the starting hold up above. I try to step up on the volume with my left foot while mantling with my right hand, but my feet keep slipping. I try just jumping for it, but it's hard to hold. This time, I jump off the left foot and I'm able to grab the hold, but then I have to control a barn door. I try to swap hands on the block crimp, but my left foot slips. This time, I get the hand swap. My left foot slips again, but I grab the finishing jug to stay on and I get the match. The start was really interesting, and I don't know if my method was the intended beta. The hand swap on the block crimp is also hard because my footwork is pretty bad. I move on to this pink V4. The start was surprisingly hard. I tried to just step on the noodle, but it felt really bad. Instead, I get a left heel hook. I bump my left hand and mess up my sequence. I have to move my right hand back to make the next move. The left hold on the arete is super slopey. I make a dynamic move to the last hold, but slip right off. I try to bump my right hand, but slip right off again. I should have shifted my weight over to do the move statically, but I was so tired from the beginning that I could barely even hold on. I move on to this black V4 slab. All of the holds are tiny crimps. The feet are only a few millimeters wide. My right foot comes off and it's so hard to get it back on. I bring my hands over to the left, but then they slip. This time, I commit to a high left foot. I shift onto it, and then I can get my right foot up. I want to swap hands so I can get the Gaston with my right for the last move. Unfortunately, my hand pops. This time, I bring my right foot up the volume and grab the last hold. I try to inside flag for the finish, but it doesn't work, so I try to foot swap. Unfortunately, I end up falling. I'm 100% sure I could have just drop kneed on the volume to match, so I move on to this steep blue V4. I couldn't get enough distance and fall in the first move. I get a higher right foot, and I'm able to get the move. The rest of the climb is just a ladder with slopey jugs. I move on to this blue V4 slab. It starts with a move to a jug Gaston. The rest of the holds are blocked, so you have to crimp whatever space is available. I mess up the sequencing by getting my left hand on the second to last hold. I undo the moves so I can bump my right hand to the second to last hold. The hold feels so bad that I can't commit to bring my right foot up. This time, I breeze through the beginning since I know the right beta. I get my right foot up first, and then bump my right hand. I have more chalk, so the hold feels better. The last move is big and on sketchy hands and feet, and I'm able to finish it out. I really like how the climb forces you to trust your feet. I move on to this black V4. It starts on jugs. Then, you make a move around the arête to some volcano holds. The second one is a pocket that can fit 2 to 3 fingers. You have to rely on that pocket to make a big move to the last hold. I move on to this orange V4. All of the holds are big and flat. I forgot that the green volumes were on, and the beginning feels pretty hard. The move to the blocked hold feels so far away. I try grabbing the volume, but it doesn't work. I try grabbing the thinner part of the volume at the top, but it still doesn't work. I tried the move a few times, but didn't make any progress, so I move on to this red V4. All of the holds are big, slopey, and dual text. I let go of my right hand and get a toe hook catch. Then, the rest of the climb is straightforward. The toe hook catch was pretty cool. I like that they had an easy version of an advanced technique. So, after my session, what do I think of Movement Callowhill? I like that they have a complete gym with plenty of equipment. They also have training tools like campus boards, hang boards, a system board, a moon board, and a tension board. I think they grade pretty softly, but the route setting was really fun. The gym also has a good number of boulders on a variety of terrain. Overall, I'd put Movement Callowhill in A tier. If you want to become a strong and well-rounded climber, then this gym has everything you need. I wouldn't put them in S tier because I would like if the route setting had more emphasis on basic techniques like heel hooks, toe hooks, mantles, and dynos. I also noticed that a lot of the holds were very good. I think more crimps, pinches, and slopers could teach climbers better body positioning and make their fingers stronger. What do you think of Movement Callowhill? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!